So the top 5 highlights of your career. I know that's going to be hard.
Top
Just 5 things
highlights.
that stand out.
Well, I think we had we had a dream when we were touring throughout Europe. It was a struggle. I mean, it's a struggle for all artists. There's a lot of luck played a role in how far an artist goes, as well as hard work. But I mean, we went to Portugal one time and we watched the Kelly Family, which were a very popular band in Europe.
Mhm.
And we watched them play in Portugal at the arena there, and we just, we'd known them and we saw them in their kind of the way that they work, and we always dreamt about going back. If we ever came back to Portugal, we wanted to play at the same arena they played at, Saladar. And sure enough, the next time we went to Portugal, we sold it out. And I just remember that being a really amazing accomplishment.
Wow.
And the fans, we told that story to the fans, and it almost seemed like they were connecting with us, like they wanted to see that happen. It was a really cool experience. And, you have so many experiences. It's everywhere you go. You have experiences with a fan. That tell you a story. That. When we were kids, when we were 3 and 4 years old, and I wasn't 3 and 4, I think we were maybe 5 or 6, and we used to sing at the hospitals in Canada.
Yeah.
And we had a young girl that was in there that was dying of cancer, and her, she knew about us. We were a young little group in Victoria, British Columbia. She knew about us, and she wanted us to come in the hospital and sing for her. And we came in there, we sang for her, and we told her, we prayed for her, and we prayed for her while we were in the room. And like a month or 2 later, the mom called and said, that was a huge experience for her, and she felt like the prayer went a long way. She completely recovered from her cancer. So that was
wow.
That was something where it was an awesome experience, and it was one that made us realize that was something that we wanted to be a part of, and we continue to be a part of. We always try to make time to go sing to the children's hospital and stuff like that. So that those kind of experiences, make you realize that what you're doing has an impact on people.
Oh yeah. Well, not to interrupt, but
I'm sorry.
I said not to interrupt, but I'm actually putting together a benefit for Shriners Children's Hospital here, getting a bunch of acts together to sing. So.
That's great.
Trying to give back. Yeah, and the Children's Hospital, actually, the one artist that I'm trying to get involved from Radio Disney, they want him to come in and meet with some of the kids, and I just think that'd be awesome.
That's great. That's very cool you're doing that.
Yeah, but I'm finding where, like, a lot of the bands are asking for money, and it's like, I don't want to dig into my pockets and pay you money to play for charity. Yeah, I mean, yes, travel expenses, that I perfectly understand, but asking for, like, money, that just seems, not cool.
Kind of defeats the purpose of charity.
Yeah, and it's not really the artists. I think it's more their managers and, like, their bands that want it.
Yeah.
But it's just
that's usually the case.
It just stinks, because it's like I'm trying to give back and, like, find people that want to donate their time and, like, raise money, and it's hard. It's a lot of work, but we'll see how it works.
Keeping going with that, I mean, if we've got this stuff going on and we can manage to do that, we'd be interested. But just keep me posted,
Okay, will do. And then final question.
Other experiences,
All right,
yeah. Tough, I think we had a showcase, our first showcase with Like Strangers, and that was a great experience because it was like, first real sort of in the United States, and it was a large crowd of industry people, and we felt like we put on a really good show. So that was a satisfying moment, just to know that Clint and I can, we can do what we're doing at this level. So that was an experience.
say I think that was what, 3?
I'm sorry?
I said I think that was what, 3. Can you think of 2 other ones, or is there just way too many things?
Yeah, I'm trying to think here.
What about when you hosted the Junos? That was pretty huge.
The Junos, that was cool. You know, it was nerve-wracking. You know, I mean, we've never really been. That was kind of a first-time deal for us. I thought we did well, considering that we've never done anything like that before. But, you know, it was fun. You know, it was truly a fun experience. A lot of those experiences, you know, it's like they almost just, for me, it just seems like a life ago. You know, it's such a crazy experience, and I was really young. We were all really young, and we were so focused on what we were doing. And one of the reasons why I'd like to be able to travel and have our music cross the border into other countries is because, you know, as much as I did experience at that point in my life, it was such a blur. You know, it was so crazy and so fast, and we were everywhere. You know, we had, you know, interviews 12 hours a day, and, you know, then we'd be going to we'd jump on a plane to another country, and it was just go, and there was lots of stress, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, the most fun times were when we were on stage playing. You know, that was our time to have fun. You know, and so, but it was just a real sort of blur. You know, it was a blur. You know, and so I think that happens when you're young like that. You know, so I definitely, if I get the opportunity to take our music around the world again, I'm definitely going to do it at a pace where I can really appreciate the opportunity, you know, and have it soak in, you know, every moment, have that moment soak in or sink in, and just I really appreciate those moments, because it's not something you think about when you're young. You know, you don't think about those things when you're young. You just think about, you know, what's right in front of you.
No, you gotta take time to enjoy it all because it goes too fast.
Exactly.
Well,
I think, you know, working with Paul Worley the meeting we had with Paul Worley, it was just a really cool thing, because we told our manager, we said, you know, we'd really love to work with Paul Worley. You know, how can we make that happen? And you know, he's the hottest producer nationally now. He's winning Grammys, and, you know, his artists are just doing awesome. And you know, we got a phone call, and we sent him one song. He came back and said, "Wow, I love their song. You know, they remind me of my favorite act, the Everly Brothers." And so we're going to have a meeting with him, and it was just one of the kind of meetings where you have a connection with somebody who's outside the band, that doesn't know you, doesn't know your past, doesn't know your background, just knows what you're doing right now. And it was a pretty satisfying moment, because, you know, I don't have anything negative to say about our past, the Moffatts. I love it, but when you're working on something new, it's really nice to have a perspective of what you're doing right now in this moment, and it be recognized, and somebody willing to invest their time and energy into something that they think is really good. So that was something that was really a great experience for Claire and I.
That's awesome. So, as a final question, where can people go to hear your music? Where should they go for updates on the band?
Well, right now we're doing a lot of demos, and so Claire and I are doing a lot of our own demos at our house, and so they're demo quality. And I was actually going to talk to our manager to find out, you know, if it'd be a good thing to actually post some of those grassroots demos on our page. And I think we're going to start doing that. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, you like to have finished product when you put stuff up, but, you know, I think that it's becoming I think, you know, if you can have your band grow with you, and they understand that, you know, you're in a growth phase where you're experimenting you're putting stuff out there, and you're not, nothing's final, and, it's the quality of sound and isn't what it's going to be. I think that's kind of the fear of putting stuff out there.
Yep.
Because, you hear artists, they want to make sure they put a finished product out there because you never know what could take off and what could get in the hands of other people or who's going to hear it, So I think, it's you're coming at a point in time right now where music is just music, you can't be too serious about it, I mean, if you've got stuff that you like that you think you want people to hear, you should put it out there. So we plan on talking to our management and finding out what the copyright and stuff like that, putting up stuff and demos on our pages and seeing, the reaction.
So do you guys have a YouTube channel, a website, a Twitter, any links that you can give out for people to go to? Or is that still on the works?
We have a Facebook page. It's called, I'm pretty sure it's called Like Strangers HQ.
Okay.
And we have a street team on Facebook as well. And I believe we have a Twitter page called Like Strangers HQ. Or I Like Strangers HQ. The Twitter we're not as active on at this point. We're way more active on Facebook. And a YouTube channel, we just haven't been doing. The other big thing that we are doing right now is we're doing a lot of writing for other people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a focus. We're signing to a publishing company here, so a lot of our energy at this point, while we're waiting for labels to make decisions on what the next step is with us, we're focusing on getting our songs out there to other artists. Because we have a lot of material we've written in the last 4 or 5 years that we feel, other artists can record. So that's been a big priority for us in the last few months, is just writing on a continuous basis for other people.
Awesome. Well, do you have any final comments you want to say to those listening right now?
Well, I think the biggest thing for us is as human beings, you never really think that people continue to care about, artists after they've, finished, their chapter with what they were doing, in our case, the Moffatt. But it's just, it's always humbling, and it's been crazy. Even coming back to, the United States is one of our smallest markets we had in terms of popularity. Even at that, we've had people come all the way to Nashville to see us play. I think we've played 3 shows in Nashville, one at the Bluebird, one at the Rutledge, and the other one right downtown at the music venue there, the small music venue. And we've had fans come out on every occasion and drive from different parts of the United States to come and see us play.
Wow.
So, just to see that and to see the dedication that they still have, even when there's limited music out there, and they really have to do the research to find music on us at this point because we're not finding anything on the radio. It's just amazing to see the support that our fans continue to have for us. So we want to make sure, and that keeps the field going for us. That's why we keep doing what we're doing, is to see that, and we just, we really hope that our music strikes a chord here in Nashville, and we can get some company with some muscle to be able to move our music here. So I think we're really, really close to finding that. So I think, we're looking at it. Hopefully our goal is, by the end of next year to have a full record and videos and music submitted to radio, and hopefully getting some airplay at that point. So that's our goal right now.